Hi, this is Van Wallach. The economist Joseph Schumpeter popularized the phrase the gale of creative destruction years ago when he was talking about his analysis of the workings of capitalism. Over the past week, that gale has blown cold and hard over institutions that mean something to me. I've seen places blow apart like double wide trailers in a tornado. And you know how it goes. Nothing really lasts forever. Institutions, corporations, even individual stores, they can wither and die. Nothing really lasts. I'm old enough to remember green stamps. I remember the Sears Wish Book, the wonderful catalog. Um, I remember a lot of the stores in my main street in my hometown in Mission, Texas, closed after Walmart and the other big box stores moved in. As a journalist, I like to save the last editions of publications. I got my hands on the last copy of the New York Mirror newspaper. I have the last issue of the New York City Tribune, which was the Unification Church Daily. Then there's New York Newsday. I missed having the last copy of the Village Voice, unfortunately, which was a real shame because that was such a New York institution that the place just hasn't been the same since it closed and couldn't even make a go of it online. Um, the what happened this past week was that it was announced that the New York Jewish Week is going to put its print edition on hiatus, which probably means forever, while it retools and goes to an all digital platform. Uh, I subscribed to the paper for decades. I really liked it, getting it every week, reading it. I'm sorry to see it close, but maybe the online edition will have some great new features and it'll attract my eyeballs to it. I'll always remember on a personal note the impact that a reporter for the Jewish Week had on me. Back in the early 1980s, I dated a reporter for the Jewish Week named Adina Michele. We came from wildly different backgrounds. She was from Long Island, I was from Texas. She had a great Jewish education, I didn't have any Jewish education. But somehow things kind of worked out for us for a couple of months. Then we broke up, and a couple of years later, on a rainy night on the Upper West Side, Adina and I ran into each other. Well, it was a great time. We went to a coffee shop, we drank coffee, we talked about a lot of things and caught up on our careers and lives, and we promised that we would be keeping in touch and going forward to that. Well, Adina and I never talked again. Um, a long time ago, a couple of years ago, I found out that she had died in 2006, which saddened me that we had never really been in touch anymore. So I'm always going to kind of consider the Jewish Week and Adina kind of the same time, the loss of one and then the loss of a friendship that never really had a chance to develop as much as it could have. The other institution on the rocks this week is Brooks Brothers, the clothing store operation that started in 1818. It was the establishment look for centuries. And the problem is, in the time of people working at home, who's going to need suits? So Brooks Brothers is closed store and hit hard times. My father, who always aspired to look and think and act as establishment and waspy as possible, loved the store. He venerated it. And every time I'd come to see him when I was visiting him from Texas in high school in the 1970s, he would take me to the store and he expected me to genuflect before it. Well, it really wasn't my look. When I moved to New York in the 80s, I was really more attuned to Barney's, which also doesn't really exist anymore. And that became more my go-to place, especially for the Labor Day sale. But I'll always remember walking past the main Brooks Brothers store on Madison and 44th, where its grand image kind of mixed up together with those sinister teenage memories of waspiness being shoved down my throat. But still, Brooks did have an impact on my sense of style. And I was stunned recently to go through my closet and find out that I have more Brooks Brothers shirts from starchy corporate look to casual look. This shirt is a Brooks Brothers shirt than I do any other brand, even more than Land's End, which I like a lot. So I guess Brooks Brothers had what I wanted. Look at all these shirts. And I still wear this stuff very frequently. Now, of course, I bought a lot of it at Goodwill stores where they were cast off by masters of the universe who got tired of them, but heck, I don't care. I'm still happy to wear them. So Brooks also delivered the goods when I needed some new clothing. 2 years ago, I needed fresh trousers to wear to a wedding. Look at that, Brooks Brothers brand. And I went to the mass market retailers and nothing really fit me, nothing looked quite right. So I headed to Brooks Brothers, and wouldn't you know it, I found exactly what I wanted, the color I liked, it fit, perfect fit, Brooks delivered. I'm pretty sure that even though this is my last purchase at Brooks Brothers, I know I'm going to have these trousers as long as I have the need to wear pants other than blue jeans. So even as the gale of creative destruction blows along through society, I'm keeping a memory of what was alive. The Jewish Week, Adina McKaylee, Brooks Brothers, all my snappy fashion that I wear. And this all reminds me of a line from the song Closing Time by the group Semisonic. And the line goes, "Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end." So that's my theme song for 2020. Thank you.